Chiwetel Ejiofor is coming back to the MCU as Baron Mordo, Michael Keaton is coming back to the DCEU as Batman, and a movie nobody wants to be remade is getting remade. What's up, Comic Book Nation? BD here with your second printing of the week's biggest issues at Comicbook.com. And recently, our news cycle has been all DC all the time, so you know exactly where we're going to start.
Everybody strap in!
Batman returns. Michael Keaton is playing Batman again for the first time in 30 years when he puts on the cape and cowl for the Flash movie, which is now going to be a Flashpoint movie. Again, Jeffrey Dean Morgan is likely out of the Thomas Wayne Batman role that we know from the comics, and Keaton's Bruce Wayne is more or less going to fill that part for the live-action take on the story. WB is all in on the multiverse races as Marvel is gearing up to open their MCU multiverse with WandaVision and Doctor Strange's sequel, but it's going to be tough to top the excitement level of getting Keaton back as Batman. I can only think of one way that could possibly ever come close.
It's good to have you back, Spider-Man.
Speaking of Doctor Strange, I talked with Chiwetel Ejiofor this week, which I hope can happen more often because his name is a lot of fun to say. Plus, talking to legends is very cool. He has a comic book movie called The Old Guard coming to Netflix in July, but I had some Marvel questions like, where was Mordo in the fight against Thanos, and what's it going to be like working with Sam Raimi on Doctor Strange 2? He answered the questions, but as you'll see, he's no Mark Ruffalo. Do you have any idea where you were as Baron Mordo in that time? Because we would love to hear you speculate on that.
I think all will be revealed, is what I could say.
That's fair. I know they're always looking for you. Have you met Sam Raimi yet? Like, because that's so cool that he's. I mean, I grew up a Spider-Man.
Yeah, that he's coming on. Very, very excited about that. I mean, obviously we've been sort of interrupted as the whole world has been, you know, in the pandemic, but hopefully we are, you know, back on track with that and continuing quite soon. So I'm very excited about it.
The Avengers Game released a whole bunch of new looks during its War Table event, including a brand new trailer and information about solo and co-op modes. The best way to describe everything we're seeing here seems to be, well, I'm definitely going to play this because the characters and story possibilities are awesome, but the gameplay and graphics have me not as excited as I feel like I should be for this bigger budget Ultimate Alliance game. Will I give it a chance? Absolutely. Will it piss me off as much as The Last of Us 2 did? No chance. Will it be as good as Spider-Man? We'll have to wait and see. One more Marvel bit. Apparently the MCU is looking to introduce Doctor Doom, as a new rumor claims Lucia von Bardas is going to make a debut. And Lucia, as you may or may not know, is the Prime Minister of Latveria.
That's where Daddy's from.
This rumor comes from the internet, and as the saying goes, if it's on the internet, it has to be true. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I would say make sure you stay through the credits the next time you see a Marvel movie if we're ever finally able to get back into movie theaters safely. Put on a mask, please. If you need another reason not to go to movie theaters right now, though, I got you. How about a reboot of Twister? Haven't we been through enough this year? No one asked for this, but they're making it anyway. And it's really a bummer because it will be without the original cast. Sadly, bringing them back is impossible as the legendary Bill Paxton passed away in 2017. No release date for this one yet, and also no word if the flying cows are coming back, but fingers crossed.
Don't hold your breath.
If you're anything like me, you probably have said if Jack Sparrow isn't in the next Pirates movie, then you don't really care to watch it. And if you're anything like me, that opinion might have changed at least a little bit when Disney announced Margot Robbie will be leading the new female-fronted and wholly original story set in that world. Listen, it's really hard to imagine Pirates of the Caribbean without Johnny Depp, but I love Margot Robbie, and I do love writer Christina Hodson too. She just wrote Birds of Prey and is working on that Flash movie, which is bringing back Michael Keaton's Batman. This is surprising and not super surprising at the same time because back in the days when we were allowed out of the house, I was hearing whispers that Disney wanted Robbie for roles like Tinkerbell or Clea in Doctor Strange 2, but Robbie, rightfully so, wanted to be the lead in whatever project she took on next, and here we are. It's Pirates.
You have my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
On the comics front, Empire issue number 0 is available now, kicking off Marvel's big summer comics event. It's a bit confusing, and hopefully things clear up as this saga continues. Meanwhile, DC's 100-page extravaganza celebrating 80 years of Green Lantern got some top marks from Comicbook.com's Matthew Aguilar. I just can't help but feel like 80 pages would have been more fitting for 80 years, but I won't complain about extra reading.
I said reading is good.
That's your second printing of the week's biggest issues at Comicbook.com. Make sure you're following me on Instagram at BrandonDavisBD because my rant about The Last of Us 2 was can't miss material, and what'd you do? You missed it. Tag a friend in the comments so that I can get more views than Chris Killian's daily distraction videos. I'm just kidding. I love Chris. He's great. but it's a friendly competition. Help me out here. You should follow him too, though, because the first one of us to get a blue check mark on Instagram gets a free trip to the moon. For more, head over to Comicbook.com. I'm BD. I'll see you there.